Well, I'm not talking about the big name here, the shiny name, which is Ashton Jeanty, picked at number 6 overall. I'll admit it, I was shocked when they did it, not because he's not a great player. I just thought they would get a running back later in the draft.
Mhm.
Has he been as advertised so far there in training camp? Has he been just bouncing off defenders and keeping his balance? Like, what have you seen out of him so far?
Yeah, he's a dog. I mean, he really is. He's so fun to watch, and I don't think that they've even shown us him a lot. They haven't really put him on display. I feel like they're trying to get him to the starting gates and make sure that he's there available. But you see him catching passes out of the backfield. You know what he could do as a runner. He's bouncing off guys, but I mean, they're also not trying to get him to the ground and all that. So it's kind of hard to see exactly what a running back's going to do. But I'll say this: he's back there returning punts as well. So they've got him back there. I don't think he's going to do that immediately. He's second on the depth chart right now, but the know that he can do that is something that kind of gets me excited as well. If you're looking for a guy to make a big play, maybe late in the game, maybe you see him go back there and return some punts, and he looks smooth doing it. So I think he's the total package. Everyone on that team says that they love blocking for him. They love playing with him. He's just a student of the game and is mature above his years. So that's something to pay attention to as well. Really saw him do a good job of picking up the blitz. That's something that I've really been paying attention to. It's one thing to run the ball, but are you able to stay on the field for all 3 downs because you're able to block as well? That's something Josh Jacobs did really well. Ashton's getting better at that. So I think that you'll see him really have the opportunity to be that 3-down back that, when you're drafting number 6 overall, you're expected to be.
Well, do you think he will be a 3-down back? Because I know Chip Kelly's not Arthur Smith, but when we saw what Bijan Robinson went through his rookie year, I mean, there's Raheem Mostert and Zamir White and Dylan Laub on this roster. Like, do you think off the gates week 1 versus the Patriots, he'll be an every down back, or is there going to be a slow play here with him?
I think it might be a little slow play. I mean, they said that it's going to be running back by committee, but I'll tell you, man, if he gets all of a sudden hopping immediately, I don't see them taking him out of the game, right? But they do have Mostert, like you mentioned, and Zamir White. I have to give him a lot of credit. He looks so much better than he did last year. I thought last year he got on that like David Boston workout program where he was just way too muscly and he was slow and he wasn't able to hit the holes. And everyone's like, well, the offensive line stinks, but they weren't very good, but he wasn't very good either. I mean, he just did not play well at all. He looks a lot better. So, I mean, he's currently listed number 2 on the depth chart, which is interesting to me. And Pete Carroll said, hey, man, I'm really impressed with what Zamir White's been able to do. He's the hammer. He's been calling him the hammer. He says, I want him to be just who he is. I don't want him to be anyone else. Basically, I don't want you to be Ashton Jeanty. I just want you to be Zamir White. So I think that they're going to try to do running back by committee. Obviously, they're going to lean heavily on Ashton Jeanty. But at some point, I do think especially once he's really solid in the pass pro, I think then you'll see him be that 3-down back for sure.
Well, the most important thing here for Ashton Jeanty is the guys in front of him. And my mock draft had Armand Membu going to the Raiders. Obviously goes the next pick to the Jets, and they took Jeanty. This offensive line, it's not bad. I mean, I think it's an above average when it comes to the NFL. How has it been so far? They just extended Colton Miller, obviously, well-deserved for him, the longest tenured player on that team. But just the starting 5, is it set in stone? Is there competition there at center and the guard? Like, what's the story there?
Yeah, the offensive line is the big question. I think you hit it on the head. I mean, I could talk about all the bells and whistles that this team has, from Geno to all the receivers to obviously Ashton Jeanty, but if those guys up front aren't doing their job, then it's not going to matter, right? And so that's been the big thing and big focus for us when we're out at camp and at practices. What is this offensive line looking like? So at first, Jackson Powers-Johnson, second-round pick out of Oregon, was the center. And then all of a sudden you saw Jordan Meredith starting to kind of get some snaps in. Jordan Meredith would get first-team snaps in. JPJ would get second-team snaps. Then the next day would be the role would be reversed. So we're thinking, okay, maybe they're just trying to keep that competition going. Now you're seeing Jordan Meredith at the center position and Jackson Powers-Johnson at the right guard position. So Pete Carroll said that he likes what he sees from those guys, even though JPJ's more of a center. He's been a center. That's what he does really well. And Meredith has always been a guard. But he says, I think we like what we see. It's still a work in progress, but it feels like that's the direction that they're leaning. So Miller would be the left tackle. Right now, Dylan Parham is going into the last year of his deal, has been sliding in at the left guard. Meredith at the center spot, JPJ at the right guard, and then DJ Glaze, the second-year guy out of Maryland, is the right tackle. But he does have a distinction, right? It's JPJ or Alex Kappa at the right guard spot right now in the depth chart. Kappa didn't do very well in Cincinnati last year. He was not very good. Ask Joe Burrow. He almost got killed. And so I think that this is more of a camp competition. but leaning JPJ at that right guard spot. So I wouldn't be surprised week 1 in New England, the starting 5 that I mentioned already is the one that's out there, but it's still a competition.
I thought it was well that Adam Butler, who's pretty respected there, said JPJ will be an all-pro guard in this league when he spoke. I thought that was a notable thing there. And of course, like you mentioned, he's been getting more guard reps than center reps here so far in training camp. We will definitely keep an eye on that.